Hi everyone. I see it's been a month since I did my last video. Like I said, I may have said in the last video, maybe not. Um, had some holiday stuff with the family. You know, had to work a lot. Usual say so. Um, Today I wanted to do something that's significant. Um, Today's a day of remembrance that is surprisingly not as big of news as I think it should be. Now, I know the situation is going on with Planned Parenthood in San Bernardino, and those are important issues, don't get me wrong. Very tragic. Nobody should have died. Oh, excuse me, I got candy cane back in my mouth. Anyway, 74 years ago, today was a tragic day. Um, it was the attack on Pearl Harbor in Hawaii. And for those who don't know or don't remember, it was a very disastrous attack that launched us into World War II. All these fighter planes and bombers, from all these just massive strikes, planes and bombers from Japan, they all just swarmed into Pearl Harbor on Hawaii and blasted it to death. It was just barbaric. Back then, that's before Japan became our ally. But man, what they did back then was just horrible. They sank 8 battleships, killed over 2,400 Americans, leaving, I think, either an additional or a certain portion of that, no, an additional, 1,100 of them, maybe 1,200 of them or so wounded. All the battleships that were sunk, I think there were 8, had been risen except Arizona. I mean, I didn't read the full details of that, but I'm pretty sure Arizona took the hardest hits, or it just broke off or something. The Arizona battleship just did not do well, and it's horrible. I mean, this was a savage attack on American soil, and and I get it with everything that's going on with these mass shootings. I'm not saying they shouldn't be acknowledged, but this should be equally as acknowledged. I mean, people died back then too. Let's be fair. I'm not saying take the focus off of Planned Parenthood, San Bernardino, other mass shootings. No, it's a major issue. But we also have to pay historical significance to, our veterans and our late soldiers who died and lived fighting for us, who many have also died since then, either in war or as, veterans in later lives. And, I mean, look, I know I keep saying this, but this was barbaric. Same as these mass shootings. It was barbaric then, it's barbaric now for all these killings to happen. And more war is not the answer. These shootings are not the answer. And it goes to show you we have a long history of war, and it's not going to fix itself by adding more war. The day it stops is the day we gather as many allies as we can to come together, and those who can't come together, we don't bomb, we don't attack, unless, it's the absolute last resort. We've done everything we can to dismantle them, and that doesn't work. We dismantle them and take them down that way. This way we can, save millions of casualties. We have a long history of war. World War I, World War II, which this attack led to, like I stated earlier. this attack on Pearl Harbor led to World War II, and possibly the microwave. I don't mean to bring up an Easter egg, but I think the microwave was the accidental invention that gave us popcorn. Again, weird Easter egg. I just randomly thought of that. I don't mean to hurt feelings or anything. You know, I'm thankful we had popcorn, but I wish it had been invented differently and not as an accident in a serious World War. World War II, I think. But anyway, we have a long history of war, like I said, and signing on for more war and just blasting the hell out of each other, killing everybody, you know, just arguing over crap and just taking the world to crap, just bombing it and shooting it to crap is just, it's not the answer. I don't understand this. I don't understand what's with all this war, you know, all the corruption and such. But anyway, look, today's a day of remembrance. We need to remember those who have fallen, those who fought for us, those who died for us, you know, in World War II, and we have to remember the lives of those who were taken on this day 74 years ago. And just remember how devastating this attack was. I mean, it was devastating. And I'm not taking away from the fact that future attacks weren't just as bad. I mean, these mass shootings, they pile on up. You pile them on up, it's just as bad. It adds up to being just as bad as Pearl Harbor. Maybe, I don't want to say worse, but like I said, these attacks are just all bad. The only way this stops is when the last troop is pulled back in each of their countries. We all settle things peacefully as best we can. We have troops ready well, I don't want to say last resort because we do need them, but we need to fight as little as possible, only when absolutely necessary, only if we're attacked first, and it's the only way we can survive. And we need to remember that, you know, we're a great world of people from many different places, many different cultures, and we need to stand together. I think that's what the victims of Pearl Harbor would want from the victims of any crime, and, you know, a lot of living and now late people they want us to move towards a world of peace, and that's what I want as well. Thank you.